What's up, people?
Oh.
This is your Assist Sports Podcast. Halloween edition, but not really Halloween edition because, Halloween, sorry, man, I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah, it's
are you guys wearing your masks?
No.
Well, no. At 16 years old, it's not about dressing up and getting candy and stuff. It's more about going out and causing a lot of trouble. But my father won't let me go out and do that, which is why I'm in kind of a bad mood.
Yeah, because it'll cost me my house. That's why. So
I had some good ideas too.
I'm sure you did.
Some really, really good ideas.
Hey, listen.
Yes, it's playoff time, baby.
Yes.
That's something to smile about.
Tell you what, and this is maybe not this week going to play out to a good playoff field yet, but
get ready.
But get ready because there's some stuff. And
this is going to be the regular season was the paving of the road. Now, like the laying down of the asphalt. Well, now this is going to be the rolling, so we can just crush out all those teams that made the playoffs and really didn't deserve to make the playoffs.
There you go.
So stay tuned.
It's a very good point.
So let's go to our top five. Dad, you're going to start off with our top
Yeah,
five.
so let's do our starting five. So tonight, real quickly, what we want to talk about, first of all, is that World Series Game 7 last night. First of all, yeah.
Congratulations to the Nationals.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Congrats
yeah,
on that,
and you
dude.
know what? I said this today. Hey, I'm happy when someone else wins it. So there you go.
Yep.
That being said, first of all, it was the lowest viewership of any World Series Game 7 ever. Yes, that's the story.
Consider your markets. Well, one of the markets, anyways.
Well, it is what it is. It's a Game 7. You know, it's a Game 7. You got to tune in and watch, and people did not tune in and watch. But the decision, there was two decisions by the Astros that were critical, and they turned out, I'm guessing, to be the wrong one. Jason, you've got Zach Greinke, who had given up the 2 runs but was rolling, and they pulled him with 1 out in the 7th. And lo and behold, that's 1. And 2, they didn't bring in Garrett Cole. So what do you got to say about that, Jay?
Well, I don't want to cut you on air, but Greinke only gave up the 1 run, and then that's when the reliever came in and needs a 2-run homer.
Right.
So, you know what? I think as a coach, you go through that a lot. And sometimes you have to rely on that gut, whether it's a small gut or whether it's a bad bod or whatever kind of gut you got. You go with the gut. And I'm sorry, but relievers have a job to do. That's what they get paid to do. They're a reliever. They come in, they relieve the game.
Yep.
They should relieve you to get out of those tough situations. And if you don't make the right pitches or if you even make a tough pitch, good hitters are going to succeed.
Yep.
So, and that being said that, we're saying that Garrett Cole is a starter. Yes, he was left in the bullpen, but how much experience would have he had coming out of the bullpen? You take guys on your staff all year long who have been pretty consistent to do the job.
Yep.
And unfortunately for him, he didn't get the job done.
Yep. True.
It wasn't done.
True.
And you know what? I'm okay with that decision. You got to live with your decisions that you make. You
Yep.
make your bet, you lie in it. And you know what?
Amen.
I love AJ Hinch. I think he's a great manager.
Oh, I agree.
Dave Martinez, passionate guy.
Yeah.
And this whole National thing is a great story. And the one thing about viewership, Jared, this deer was just hit. Oh, sorry, guys, I'm driving. That deer wasn't there coming to get killed.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, guys, that's on there. That's fine. That's what happens when you're driving. So,
Disclaimer: do not drive and talk on the phone. I'm sure he's doing safety practice.
Oh, he's fine.
Yes,
I know he's
Just
fine.
so we all know, we do not endorse being
I
stupid.
ran into a problem last week, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, you look at the cable industry today, what the cable industry is, and the elimination of channels to be able to watch your favorite sports team locally. And everyone's forced to stream today, and if you don't have that ability to even stream the games, how can you expect to have good viewership? So the world of technology is hurting in some respects, depending on where you live.
It's about money.
It hurts the Nationals. It does, because there's no massing. There's no massing too. There's no ability to stream it. So how are you able to even stay a fan to be able to want it and be willing to watch the game unless you're a true avid baseball fan? So there's a lot of problems right now, and there's no easy fix. There's not. Maybe people need to get more streaming or have the ability to stream those regional sports networks.
Yeah.
Because cable TV providers are getting away from that. It's too expensive.
Yeah, that's a good point. Dad, how much money do you pay for me to watch the Dallas Stars?
But that's not the point. I want to stop for a second, and far be it for me to correct you while you're on the air, but that's not the question that I asked you. You did answer it, but thanks for being the telecommunications company trainer that we all know that you are, Jay. Very good.
Love you, bro.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, and I know exactly what he's talking about. But the thing is, it's expensive. I mean, no offense, NHL Center Ice, which we love, NHL TV, basically same thing.
I have
$150, guys, to watch out of market games. It's crazy.
I watched the Stars and the Coyotes.
Yeah, really. And the thing is, it's all about money, and the fees just go up and up and up and up and up, and it gets worse and worse and worse. So let's go into the number 2 now. Let's do our NFL quick picks. And this evening, I picked my games already.
I'll pick my games right now.
Yep, these should be pretty simple.
Oh, I see you lost to my fantasy hockey team, Dad.
Yeah.
Whoever had Tarasenko's taking a hit. I think I do. I put him on my bench.
Tarasenko's hurt bad, yes.
Yeah,
okay, so tonight, quickly, 49ers at Cardinals. I got 49ers.
Oh, this is the 49ers
Yep.
all day.
Okay, Texans at Jaguars. I have Texans.
I have the Texans.
Redskins at the Bills. I have the Bills.
Bills.
Bears at the Eagles. I actually have the Eagles in this game. Earlier in the year, I would have picked the Bears, but I'm picking the Eagles.
I could see why you picked the Eagles. I'm just going to go with the Bears. I'm going with my gut.
Okay.
The Bears are gonna win
Titans at the Panthers. I have the Panthers.
The Panthers.
They rolled last week. Colts at the Steelers. I got the Colts. I'm sorry. Steelers didn't impress me much on Monday night. Who you got?
Oh,
Colts are 5-2.
I'm gonna have to go with the Colts on this one, and mostly because, and I don't want to go out because we have a lot to talk about, but the Steelers, they're a dumpster fire.
Yeah, they need to wake up.
They made this
terrible
parody
decisions
about the Browns being a dumpster fire and naming off all the quarterbacks that they had in the past years.
Well, I don't think the Steelers made that up,
The
but anyways.
Steelers are a dumpster fire.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah.
Vikings at the Chiefs. Probably the best game of the week right there.
The Chiefs.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs as well. Jets at the Dolphins. You're going to laugh. I'm taking the Dolphins. I think this is the week they get their win. They're going to get one win. I think this is the week they're getting it.
You know what? I'll go against you. I'll say the Jets.
Yeah, they looked pretty bad. Lions at the Raiders. I got the Lions.
The Lions.
Yep. Buccaneers at the Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks.
I've got the Seahawks too. They're 6-2. They're rolling. Browns at the Broncos. I've got the Browns.
The Browns.
Browns are inconsistent. They were down off a little bit last week. I think they come back this week. Packers at the Chargers. I think it's Packers for me, man. 7-1.
That's very true.
Yep.
I'm going with the Packers too.
Okay, and if the other game, the Chiefs game, wasn't the game of the week, this might be Sunday Night Football. Patriots 8-0 at the Ravens 5-2. I've got the Patriots, but I could easily see the Ravens winning this game. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with the Patriots mostly because Tom Brady coughs things up out of nowhere.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, and I just to real quickly, this is a game where we wish both teams could lose. The final game of the week, another one where I think we wish both teams could lose. Cowboys at the Giants. I have the Cowgirls.
I don't hate the Giants, by the way, but I have the Cowboys winning that game.
Okay.
Though Daniel Jones is still looking pretty good.
Yeah, he is. He is.
He can't do all of it himself, though.
Okay. So, now we get into a little bit further on the guts of our show here. We've got 2 top 25 college games this week we're going to pick. First of all, number 15, SM. Ooh, we lost Jason. We lost Jason, and he will call back in here in a minute. But first off, we've got number 15, SMU, at number 24, Memphis. What do you got?
SMU and Memphis. This is an interesting game primarily because SMU is undefeated.
Yep.
They haven't played anybody. Not saying Memphis is somebody. No offense to our Memphis fans.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think SMU is going to take this game by 13. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
Yeah,
13-point game for SMU.
I think this is a 10-point win for SMU. Jay, do you have an opinion? Number 15, SMU at number 24, Memphis.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shootout game. It's gonna be back and forth on my lawn. But I got the Mustangs
Yep.
in a close game by 7 points.
Yep, I got them by 10. I just, you're right. It's going to be one of those crazy back and forth games. And then what could have been a much bigger game this year had somebody not lost. Number 6, Florida at number 8, Georgia. Jay?
This game's tough for me.
Yep, I agree.
I'm going to go to Bulldogs this game. Bulldogs by 4, but it's going to be a great game.
I agree. I like Georgia in this game. This is the game that Georgia needs to win badly to get back in it, although I don't think they're really going to because I think there's some other stuff. Now, there's some other big games coming up, including a gigantic one next week, right? LSU, Alabama next week. Oh, my gosh. Game of the year. Just a tremendous game. But I like Georgia in this game. I like Georgia by 6. I think they win it by 6. EJ, what do you got?
I like 2 things. I like Georgia winning this game, and I like the thought of me not coughing. Georgia wins this game.
Nice. Nice. Very good.
15.
Very good.
15.
Very, very good. And good evening, if you are still watching, Brian and Kaylee. Try to call you guys out as you join this evening. Glad you can make it. All right, so now we're down to it. And like you said, Jay, we're in high school football playoff season. Here we go. We're going to start in 1A where there's only one game.
So this is the championship for them.
This is basically it for District 2 1A. This is it. Lackawanna Trail at Old Forge. Jay, I'll start with you. What do you got?
This is a no-brainer for me. I don't think this game's close. Old Forge by 21.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I don't think that Trail has it this year. They just haven't. They've lost some games where we're like, boy, how'd they lose that game, And Old Forge is rolling and has proved that they can put up points as well. So I like Old Forge by 24.
Oh, I like Old Forge as well. I have them winning. I think I said something like 20 or 21. I think I said on my Snap story.
Yeah, and that's agreed, Jay. I don't think this is going to be close. All right, so let's hop over to 2A. 2A, where we've got Susquehanna at Dunmore. And I'll start with this one. I'm sorry, Susquehanna, you're not good. Dunmore's been inconsistent, but they're on a roll as of late. I think they got their legs under them now, and it's at Dunmore, a tough place to play. I like Dunmore by 24 in this game. EJ, what do you think?
I have Dunmore by 30.
Susquehanna's
not good. They got in the playoffs because it's a participation trophy. Jason, give us your thoughts on the Cow Tippers.
Did you hear that, Jay?
I'm sorry, no, say that one more time.
It's your turn to talk about Susquehanna Dunmore.
Oh, listen, what time of year is it, guys? It says it's playoff time. It's deer hunting time. And how do you like your deer meat? Dunmore. And that's what's going to happen this week. It's going to be Dunmore a lot, Dunmore by 27.
Yeah, I think they win big on this one. I don't think it's a question. And now we've got another one, Mid-Valley at Riverside. EJ.
Oh, this is an interesting one, primarily because I think this is the trap game of the lower schools, 1 through 3A. This is the trap game because I feel like Mid Valley and Riverside's going to be a good game, but I see a surprise coming. I see Mid Valley coming out here and winning this game by 1 and stunning a lot of people. I have Mid Valley on this game.
Well, I'm going to have to say I've got Riverside by 17 points in this game. I do not think it's going to be close. I don't think that there's many teams, aside from Old Forge, that can stay with Riverside and just keep them from scoring so many points because they really put them up and they have that wide open offense.
And that's the thing too that I agree with Jared on is Riverside put up a lot. Now they went on the road. They had to travel almost an hour away to go to Northwest, and I think everyone was surprised by that loss. At Northwest, but Northwest put up a great fight against Old Forge.
Yep.
So Riverside's going to score a lot of points. I just saw a highlight. Their quarterback won the play of the week last week, and I think he's going to continue to do the same thing against Mid Valley. It took a miracle pass touchdown for Riverside to beat Mid Valley last time. Riverside winning by 1, EJ, there you go. But this time, not so fast, my friend. It's going to not be not so close, my friend. It's going to be Riverside by 13 this time.
Yep. Yeah, I've got them by a decent amount. I just think that Riverside feels like they got to win this game big because it's going to be a heck of a showdown at with Dunmore. You know it is. That's going to be a good game setting up. So so we'll be talking more about that one next week if it plays out that way. So good. So we got some interesting picks so far. So let's
I have a question for everyone. Does anyone have AAA batteries? Can you please send them to 1 Pine Tree Road, Mountaintop, Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
AAA batteries for
Do not
remote
spam
control.
him with
you
fan
can't
mail.
find the damn things.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The worst thing ever is trying to find batteries to house, man. It's killer.
That's probably because my little brother took them all to put them in his remote.
Yes. There we go. So Class 3A has an odd number of schools. Not odd, but just a different number. So they've got 2 teams on a bye this week. That would be first-ranked Wyoming area, second-ranked Scranton Prep. So we have 2 other games this week. And first game is Hanover at Western Wayne. And Jason, I'm going to let you go with this one because I already know who you're picking. And I want everybody to hear how Jason handles his alma mater. Go, Jay.
Hail to thee, our alma mater. Hail, not Hanover.
Yeah.
It's going to be a meteor shower, and it's going to be a starry night for Hanover because they're going to see stars in this game.
Yep.
And, not close. Montrose by 52.
Western Wayne, you mean?
That's what I meant, Western Wayne. Did I say Montrose? Oh, my God, I think Hanover could beat Montrose.
I think
Western
they could,
Wayne by
too.
52.
Little
Oh my
sister.
God, it's the Wild. I even got the score wrong. It's the Wildcats. The Wildcats going to be roaring to victory.
Yeah.
I screwed that up.
Yeah. I think there could be a rushing record set in this game. I think you could have 2. I think you could have 2 guys from Western Wayne both over 200 yards on the ground in this game. They're just going to run like crazy. I think Western Wayne by 42 sounds like the sweet spot for me. EJ, what do you got?
On top of AAA's sending to Jason's house, somebody might want to go send him a drug test because I don't know how he messed up Western Wayne on my
Rip.
Listen, the Muscle Relaxers have been very good.
Yes.
Taking it tonight.
Yeah, I got Western Wayne. Yeah. Yes.
Well, good, because I do too.
And EJ, go ahead.
I have Western Wayne on this game. Hanover, had a better season, actually. I was actually really surprised. I mean, you won your first game, and then you beat Nana. Or no, you didn't beat Nanacook. Rip. You won 2 other games. Those games are anonymous at the moment. I don't know what other teams they beat, but I know that they did win 3 games this season, and it's better. It's better. You know what?
Yeah, you're gonna have to build on that.
The only thing you're gonna need to work on now is getting better, a little bit better at football, and getting a new football stadium.
Oh, I
That's
agree.
all. That's
I
all
agree.
you have to work on.
Yeah, we're not
And
letting this one go, man.
And you'll be fine.
Yeah.
NEPA Stadium Reviews, he's a really good guy. He posted one about Hanover.
We did, yep.
Yes,
we
I
saw him.
So I got Western Wayne on this one, because I'm going to tell you something, folks. Boy, we got ourselves a shootout. Like Western Wayne versus himself, because Hanover isn't going to do a damn thing. I got this a 50-point game.
All right.
Hanover's going to get destroyed.
Yeah, they're going to get trucked early
Everybody in the town's coming out to that Western Wayne playoff game, and it's going to be too much for Hanover to handle.
I agree.
They've never seen that many fans in their entire life.
Yes. Yeah, and they only have stands on one side of the field. That's kind of sad. Okay, so Lakeland at Lake Lehman. Now, this is actually a rematch from earlier in the year, and this is
last year's playoffs.
Yes, and this is an intriguing game all of a sudden here. I gotta say, it's going to be an interesting one. EJ, you go first. It's your turn to go first.
Okay, so primarily we'll just break it down into the things that matter in this game. Let's start with Lake Lehman. Okay, Lake Lehman, they've played some tough opponents this year. They played Dallas. They played Wyoming area. And just those two alone, to me, says they've been through a lot, and now they're in the playoffs. Now, not saying, well, if they played those guys, and they actually gave Wyoming area a run.
They were beating them.
They were beating them at halftime.
They were beating them into almost the fourth quarter, man. That was a good game they played.
And I'll tell you right now, if they can do that stuff to Wyoming area and hold them that close, they still lost, but even if they can hold them to that close, Lakeland really should be no issue.
Yep.
Let's go to Lakeland's side now. Lakeland plays tougher teams. They're in a way tougher conference, also known as the LIAA, the Lackawanna Conference of Football.
Yep.
You better give me one.
Not right now.
Anyway, so Lakeland plays some tough teams, all right? And would you agree with that? Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Jay, would you agree with that? Would you agree that Lakeland's in a...
Yeah, but I have a different opinion on this game, so...
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, that being said, I think that Lake Lehman and Lakeland's going to be that game that goes to overtime. I believe it went to overtime last year as well. I think it went to overtime last year. Regardless, I have Lakeland winning this game by 2.
Jay, you're up.
All right, so listen, I'm going to do a little thing here. Since you guys are on camera, you guys can do the snapping of your fingers. Do-do-do-do. 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 And here's where this is going. The Adams family. The Adams family quarterback situation at Lake Lehman is going to get the job done.
Yep.
And Lake Lehman is a much improved team from when they first played earlier in the year. And I think Lake Lehman's offensive line is going to be better, and they're more talented. Lake Lehman by 14 points in this one. I don't think it's that close all game long.
Yeah, and I'm going to say the same thing. I think Lake Lehman wins this by 13, and Lakeland's inability to play consistently and win games that we expected them to win is going to come back and bite them yet again. Lehman's going to show up because they didn't show up last week after they tried to send Dallas a message.
Message received.
The message was received,
and
Lake
returned.
Lehman, and we returned it real quickly, actually.
Might want to check your inbox.
I got 2 words for you, Lehman. Mercy rule. Next.
Oh, I thought you were thinking shove it, but okay.
Next. I got Lehman by, what did I say, 13. I got 13. Okay.
Nice, Jared.
Cool. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had my points out there.
Now we're on to the most intriguing
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Saw a lot of talk about 4A this week. Everybody thinks 4A is the toughest division statewide. It could be. It's probably the most balanced of everybody that we've seen. And we're going to start, Jay, at the other end here. I'll start with you. North Pocono at Crestwood. What do you got?
So this game's interesting on paper.
Yep.
the Trojans versus the Comets. I will be serving food tomorrow night at this game, working on behalf of our Legion program.
Nice.
Working the grill. Yep. At least to check me out at the grill tomorrow night at Crestwood. I'll be flipping hamburgers and serving hot dogs.
Or you could check out the Dallas band.
Yeah, so I got the Comets in this game. I think the Comets really control the line of scrimmage again. I think they win easily. I think this is another 14. I'm going to go with 16 points this game. I think Crestwood gets the job by 16 points.
Okay. And
Setting up a matchup with Dallas next weekend at Dallas.
It's a good, yeah. This is actually a decent game, honestly, as opposed to a lot of them that we're about to talk about. This is the best matchup in the 4A. I do agree with you. I think Crestwood, and I've seen a lot of comments out there. Watch out for Crestwood. Watch out for Crestwood because they've done some things. They've learned. They've gelled as a team. They've really come along. I like Crestwood by 10 in this game. I think they're going to get it done. I do think that playing the team from Lackawanna Valley Conference again does come into play a little bit. But Crestwood, I think, has come enough of a long way here that I think they get it done by 10 at home. EJ, what do you got?
Once again, I'm the odd one out. I say that North Pocono wins this game primarily because I think, well, I haven't seen them live. I have seen videos of them play. They look way bigger than Crestwood is. They look a little bit more like ready, like game ready. And I'm not saying Crestwood's not. Because they have, over time in the season, become more consistent and getting more wins. But North Pocono, they look a little bit bigger. And because this is probably about the most equally matched game we've got in the 4A right now.
Yep.
I'm going to say North Pocono primarily because I think they're a bigger team, like size-wise. I'm not saying they have Wyoming area O-liners on their team.
Yeah, right.
But they are bigger. They're bigger, and they look to be a little bit faster. I want to see how this game plays out. But for right now, I'm going to say North Pocono by 6.
All right.
Just hurt, EJ, man. I hurt, man. Sorry,
I know.
man.
Hey. It's all right. I didn't mean to. I'm just saying. I'm going with my gut, all right? I have to get myself back on a winning streak in this. So,
Tunkhannock at Berwick is the next game, and I'll take this one to start. I like Tunkhannock. I like some of the things that they've started to do. They are way, way overmatched in this game. I'm going to say there's going to be a defensive touchdown for Berwick in this game. I think. No, I think there's going to be one. I think there's going to be some turnovers. I do think that Berwick is going to win this game easily, though. I think they're going to win it by 31. EJ, what do you got?
Put you down on the board. All right. I also have Berwick in this game. I feel like Tunkhannock's going to actually play this at a close game, though. I really do. I think this is going to be a 13-point game instead of a 33-point game. People are like, oh, this is going to be a 30-some point game, 40-some point game. Tunkhannock looks way better than they've ever really looked in the past. Given the past, 5 years, and Tunkhannock hasn't looked any better than this.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
They're in the playoffs.
But
they're in the playoffs. And it is Berwick, and my dad is right. They are going to win this game, but I think that Tunkhannock will play their hardest because there's a lot of people relying on them. This is their season.
They've got a lot to play for.
And
they've come a long way this year.
They got a lot of heart, and I'll tell you right now, I think they're going into this saying, "Damn, we have a shot. I'm gonna play like my final game the way I can play, the way I know I can play." And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah,
and I don't think Berwick's going to be really, really ready for this, but they at the end are going to pull through. I got Berwick by 13.
Jason, what do you got?
Well, EJ, speaking of tests, did you get slipped one of my muscle relaxers tonight or what? What's going on here? So listen, what was that game that we played when we were young kids against other kids to determine who was stronger? You interlocked hands, you got to push them back. That was called Mercy, right? Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh, Mercy.
I think that's going to happen this weekend, tomorrow night with Berwick and Tunkhannock. It's going to be the Mercy rule. Berwick by 42.
Yeah. I could see that too. A lot more likely to see the mercy rule is this next game, though. Pittston at Valley View. Yeah, so...
By the way, EJ, listen, I love your buddy. I'm just busting your butt. But listen, you're doing a great job with this podcast. And it's so much fun. And I love watching your post-game interviews. They're amazing.
Yeah, good stuff. I agree.
No,
listen,
he's got
some...
You good.
He's got some winners. He really has gotten some great interviews. Really good stuff. So exciting. But Pittston at Valley View, EJ, we'll start with you.
All right. Give me a second.
No,
Okay.
no, not yet. Not
Okay.
yet.
Okay. I'll save that punchline for later.
You don't hang up at the end of the podcast, Jay. I'll explain.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta put. Stay tuned. You can even watch the podcast coming. Anyway, so Pittston area and Valley View. Oh, for all of you out there saying Pittston area is gonna win, you can start wiping off your clown face paint because you are not a clown, but the entire circus. Because they are not even getting close. They're not even getting a field goal.
Yeah.
This is a 56-0 game.
Yeah.
This is mercy rule with a capital mercy. I'm done. I'm done with Pittston. And you know what? Good for them. They went out and they took Wyoming area's helmets and they destroyed their locker room after getting their butts handed to them because they didn't play well.
Yes, I agree.
So you know what?
Shame on you.
Karma is a 5-letter word that starts with a B, bud.
And ends with an
Have
H.
fun.
Yep.
Have fun.
Jay, what do you got?
What's Valley View's team nickname? The Cougars?
Yep.
All the single ladies? All the single ladies. So listen, the Cougars are going to be present at this game. The Cougars,
Don't quit your day job.
The Cougars are going to win this game by a ton. I agree with DJ.
Yeah, it's bad.
By like 48, 49.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I got sorry. I'm going to go exactly with what EJ said, 56 points. And I don't know that Pittston will score. Honestly, I don't. Valley View, yeah, you're a little salty right now. So we'll have to leave it at that for now. Abington Heights at Dallas. Jason, you go first.
The Mountaineers are going to be shooting out their muskets quite a bit in this game. Again, another mercy rule game.
Yeah.
Dallas by 35.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it's not close. We like Abington. The thing I'm looking forward to the most tomorrow night is seeing the band.
Their band is so nice.
Their band is great.
Them.
They got 2 drum majors, and they command that band well, and they've got great respect. They're just good people. We spent some time with them the first game of the year against Berwick and just loved watching them interact and just love stuff. Anyways, back to actually there's a football game tomorrow night too. So Dallas by 49. I'm sorry, Abington. We love your band, but your football team got to get better. EJ.
I have Dallas in this game, quite obviously, but I've got, as I've been saying like all year, Abington's no joke.
No,
they're not a joke. They're not. Let me tell you something. They almost beat Berwick. Okay? I talked with Lenny Kelly about this. It's Thursday now. I talked with him on Monday about it in the lunch line. I was talking about it. I was waiting in line for the lunch lady to give me my food, and Lenny's going, "Oh, what do you think about this game?" And I'm like, I wouldn't play these guys any less than you played any other team. Primarily, in fact, I would probably play them harder than you played Tunkhannock.
Yeah, their defense is good. Because
they're no joke. They almost beat Berwick. They almost did. He was like, it was 27-0. I'm like, correction, Lenny.
No, it wasn't.
It was not. It was 28-14.
Yep.
Okay? Well, actually 28-13 because he missed the field goal. Regardless, I'm proving a point here when saying we always, for some odd reason, there's a lot of people that automatically say when it comes to Abington, count them out. They're not good. They're not good. There's a reason that they're in the playoffs and like West Scranton's not.
Oh boy, right?
There's a reason.
West Scranton got invaded too many times there. Wow.
I'll tell you right now.
Knocked out.
Abington, this game scares me. Because we haven't seen Abington since 2012 when we lost to them in the district final.
Yeah.
We haven't seen them since. This scares me. I have Dallas winning by 28 points. But this game still scares me. Luke Delgadio, prayers are to you. I haven't seen you in school. I heard you got hurt on Friday. Not sure where you are. Hope you're all right. If you're not, you can always reach out to me because we're your friends. So.
Yeah, we love you, buddy. Get well. So yeah, I think we covered that one very well, and we'll breeze through this next one because there's not much to say. 5A. Yeah, kind of sad when you were the District 2 champ simply because there's really not anybody else there, and that's Valley West. Wyoming Valley West is your District 2 5A champ with a total of 3 wins. Wow. Seriously, Jay. Wow.
You say there's a problem in the state classifications?
I don't
Or
know.
it's not that. It's the area that you live in. I mean,
It absolutely is.
Like, what are you going to do?
Right. So here's the thing. And let me tell you, it's a team like Wallenpaupack not getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. It's teams that had opportunities and blew them. Wallenpaupack loses again last week to Abington. It's just wow. We thought Paupack would be better than that, but again, here we are. It's Valley West at Southern Lehigh. Southern Lehigh is 9-1, and I'm going to tell you, this game is not close at all. This could be the blowout of the week, honestly. I think Valley West is totally done. Those of you who 2 years ago saw Valley West kind of back into the playoffs and go on that little run where they were all, Valley West is in it. It's not happening this year. I'm really sorry to disappoint Southern Lehigh by 56 points. Jason.
I don't think it's that much of a blow. I'm going to cut that in half. I think it's going to be Lehigh by 28. I do think Valley West will score some points. They're getting a little healthier each week. And they are getting, I'll use the word better every week, but it won't be close, but I don't think it's going to be a complete blowout. But
I'm sorry. No, I thought something. How many points, Jay?
28.
Yeah, I could see it. The problem is this is a Lehigh Valley school.
Oh, yeah.
So goodbye. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're going to kill them. They're going to kill them. And Brian Pashinsky, would you please weigh in on that game? Give me a point spread if you have a moment. If you're on that's still logged in here at the podcast, give me a point spread. What do you think? I'm sorry, I don't think it's close. And the winner of this game gets to play the winner of Pocono Mountain East at East Stroudsburg South.
Probably East Stroudsburg South.
No,
but
it's almost guaranteed. They're really good. They're really good. What do you got, EJ?
Prepare and get your punching bags out because this is infuriating me as much as it's infuriating you. I'm about to read this quote from the the Citizens Voice Sports, and it's not their fault for saying it. In 5A, Valley West has clinched the District 2 Class 5A title. Clinched the District 2 Class 5A title. How many wins?
3.
No. 3. Not 10. Not anywhere from 7
Not
to
even
10.
6.
Not even 6.
Like they didn't even go 6 and 4,
Clinched.
5 and 5.
Won the What is this garbage?
Yeah, well,
What are they doing?
we were just talking about that.
How do you?
It's two things.
It's sad.
It's
not even competitive.
I know. So we came to the conclusion there's a lack of 5A schools in the area, right, Jay?
That's correct.
Right. So you get a lack of 5A schools.
Not 5A.
Number 2, it's the failure of teams like Wallenpaupack, who are clearly a better team than they played this year. To get it done, they lost again last week, and it's just they just didn't get it done. Wallenpaupack, you had this thing handed to you. You had one job, you didn't get it done. You got Valley West and Southern Lehigh. What's your point total? Southern Lehigh by
I have Southern Lehigh by like 60.
there you go.
And here's exactly why. you can't compete with a district or with people who play in a district that murders people. Southern Lehigh plays Allentown Central Catholic and all of those big Catholic schools in the not so great city of Allentown and Lehigh Valley. If Valley West thinks they're getting a field goal in this game, they better think twice before they get their keisters handed to them in the first 10 seconds of the game. I'm sorry, Valley West, your Disney movie and channel, your little Disney thing, it's not going to be this year. I'm sorry.
Bam.
You are done. And maybe your band will be nice to me next time because I called your fate before, and you're about to see it happen.
Yep, called it out. All right, 2 games to go. We're down to 6A now. Let's deal with the blowout first. Williamsport at Delaware Valley. This might be the blowout of the week. I don't know. I'm sorry, Del Valley. They are really, really good, man. They're
Who's
really.
your head coach? Oh yeah, Keith Olsenberg.
Yeah.
Who play for? Oh yeah, Penn State.
Are you done? So I'd like to pick this game and get on to the last game, which is actually
let's
a real
go.
game. Yeah.
Del Val by 64. Done. I'm done.
Yeah, I've got Del Val by 56. It's not close. Williamsport Millionaires are bankrupt. They're done. AJ, what do you got?
Oh, remember when Delaware Valley beat Wallenpaupack 70-0? This is gonna be one. This is gonna be one of those games. This is gonna be a 70-3 game.
Wow.
I promise you, this is gonna be mercy roll at the first half.
Could be.
Delaware Valley is that good.
Yeah, they're the class. They're the class here. They really, really.
That
good,
would be
dude.
a bloodbath. Delaware Valley and Dallas would be a bloodbath. That would be down to the wire.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
Jason, go ahead and pick. Did you pick this one? Del Valley 64. You got it.
By 64.
Good. Before we pick our last game, I'm going to call out my friend here, Brian Paszynski, who has posted here. He says, for the Valley West at Southern Lehigh game, he says Southern Lehigh by 42, and he lives in the area. So listen carefully. Asher Smith, he's running back from Southern Lehigh, averages 10 yards a carry. Cam Fisher and Hunter Hughes will get plenty of carries as Southern Lehigh averages, get this, 342 yards rushing a game.
And I average.
It's
4
over.
calls a second.
It's over. It's going to be
It's over with the
bad.
first snap.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. Early and often. Thank you, Brian. I knew you wouldn't let me down, pal.
Thanks, Brian.
Okay. Final game of the week is an intriguing matchup for the area and one that we're kind of excited about, which is really cool. We won't get to see it. But it is Scranton at Wilkes-Barre area. Jason, have at it.
Oof. I think this, for me, is the toughest game this week for me to pick. Man, I'm pulling for Wilkes-Barre area so hard, but Scranton's playing so much better. Oh, God. Oh.
Tough game.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go Scranton by 6. I hate to do it. I really do.
Okay.
Okay.
My gosh, I want a Wilkes-Barre win.
No. Yeah,
But
you
maybe
got it.
lightning will strike just like struck
Oh,
outside.
yeah.
So I'm gonna reverse that. It was like a sign from God. I'm gonna go Wilkes-Barre by 7.
That's exactly what I'm going to. Scranton has played better. Wilkes-Barre, if I am correct, has already beat Scranton this year. So here's what I'm going to say. Scranton playing better, but Wilkes-Barre riding really high right now and feeling really good. I don't think they care much that they got pounded by Berwick last week. I think they said, we expect it. Let's just go out and not walk away from this game with a bunch of injuries. We're good. I think Wilkes-Barre area wins this by, I would say 6 or 7. So I'm just, I'm gonna go slightly under you then, just because I'm not picking the same one. So say 6 because that's what my gut was telling me. I like Wilkes-Barre area. Go Wolfpack. I think you got this, guys. Go get them. Yes, go get them, EJ.
Oh, I love this. I love this game, actually.
I do too.
So my dad absolutely
Game of the week.
my dad absolutely blew my mind on Saturday.
Yeah.
He absolutely blew
Yes.
my mind on Saturday. You see, I like learning about the 1980s, like when my dad grew up and all these people were growing up, and I was learning about the Wilkes-Barre schools and how they were powerhouses in things, because that's what they were. I mean, James M. Coughlin, you guys realize he was a genius, okay? He's an absolute genius. He's the reason Wilkes-Barre School District still exists. He created that Coughlin building, which I never knew existed. I thought it was a bank, and my dad blew my mind on Saturday and was like, "That's Coughlin High School. That's where I took my SATs." And
Yeah,
I
I
was
took
like,
my SATs there, man.
I was like, "You took your SATs in a bank?" And he's like, "That's Coughlin." And I was like,
Oh,
"It's closed."
it was nice inside. I liked that building.
So Coughlin,
Used to be.
I found out where GAR is. I was correct on that weird track thing on the side of the school.
Yes.
I was correct. I thought that was GAR. So, and I'd already been in Myers multiple times. That is, as old as that place is, that is really, really nice. That's a cool auditorium. Me and Mr. Bassett, like my band teacher, me and him talked about like the Wilkes-Barre schools for like 45 minutes.
Well, yeah, he went
on
there
Monday.
for a while, yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, knowing all of that, knowing all the history, I saw all the banners and everything. I've seen all the banners on the Wilkes-Barre schools and how much powerhouses they are. Were in sports, like in the 80s. You told me about how Coughlin was really good at like literally everything.
Historically, Coughlin is probably the best of the three city schools in football, Jay, right? Jay, you still there?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I was just saying, because you were talking about Wilkes-Barre area, I said Coughlin probably historically over all the years, probably the best of the three city schools for football.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Now you'll see
Oh,
where
yeah.
I'm going with this. So knowing that, my mind is blown still. I still can't get over the fact that my dad took his SATs in a bank. But yeah, Northampton Street.
Bank.
And I literally came home and I did all of the research. Whilst doing that research, now I have all of the knowledges. I stumbled upon records of Coughlin, Myers, GR, their sports records from the past. And I'm going, my gosh, Myers was good. Wow, Coughlin was amazing. And then there's those years in the 90s where GAR was dominant in football. And all these guys are take that history, Wilkes-Barre. Take the history, because all three of your histories combined now, and write the next chapter. This is your time. This is your time to write the next chapter.
Yep.
Make them proud, okay? Everybody at the beginning of the season told you, oh, it's Myers and GAR, and the Mohawks, they're hard people to get along with, and GAR and Coughlin aren't going to get along with them, and Myers is going to start fights, and GAR is going to start fights, and all these kids they're not going to get along, they're not going to play well. Here they are. Here they are. Second seed.
Yep.
Shouldn't have even made the playoffs. This is, you want to talk about that Disney story that Valley West isn't going to get? This is that, I think you may have stole it from them. And
Yep.
This is your chance. Wilkes-Barre, I'm completely on your side. I got Wilkes-Barre in this game by 10.
Yeah, and I'll
And this
tell
is
you
going to
what.
be a big one. The entire city needs to come out to this game. And don't shoot anyone. For the love of all things good in this world, do not do something stupid.
Yeah.
This is your time to represent Wilkes-Barre. Please, for the love of all things good in this world, go to that game, support them without pulling out your Glock.
Yeah,
Thank
tell you
you.
what, guys, it's time to start overcoming that whole stigma.
Yeah.
Let's get past it. And Wilkes-Barre area, you're greater than the sum of your parts. We just got done talking about the history and everything behind you. Go get them.
Go Wilkes-Barre.
Beat Scranton.
You
Hope
know,
they lose. That's great. Awesome. So there you have it.
I'm going to show you the board.
I'm gonna see anybody who's watching the podcast can see that Brian Wyszynski told me he will have live updates from the Valley West Southern Lehigh game tomorrow night. So we appreciate that, Brian. And if
Thanks,
you,
Brian.
yeah, and do us a favor, post them on the page. Okay, we'd love to see those plays, man. You always seem to catch them, even when you get faked out on who's running the ball, like you did last week. All right, so here's the picks. We're going to keep them for posterity here.
So let us review. Pay attention, class. I don't want to write you up. So here we go. Lackawanna Trail and Old Forge. All three of us chose Old Forge. Very smart picking gentlemen. 2A. Obviously, all of us had Dunmore beating Susquehanna. So for all of you keeping records, you can, because I know there are people who've been asking about it. I assume you're keeping records, so here you go. Riverside. My father, also I put him down as D because he's my dad. And Jason, they chose Riverside. I chose Mid Valley in a close game. 3A.
Nice.
Let us be aware that over here, if I can figure out what way I need to go.
You're good.
Scranton Prep, Wyoming area. They have buys. They will not be playing this week. So
Right.
if you're fans of those teams, you might want to come out and support some other teams, and maybe you can actually
Maybe
check out
scout
who you're gonna.
your next opponents. Yep.
Yes, exactly. Lakeland, Lackawanna, and Lake Lehman. I chose Lakeland. The other two chose Lake Lehman. Nobody chose Hanover to beat Wyoming, Western Wayne. All of us chose Western Wayne. Going down to 4A now. Abington Heights and Dallas. All of us chose Dallas by a lot. Valley View in Pittston area. Once again, if you need any alcohol wipes to wipe off your makeup for rooting for Pittston, we're open. So Valley View. All of us chose Valley View. Berwick and Tunkhannock. All of us chose Berwick. By the way, good job, Tunkhannock kids, especially the band. Love you guys. I'll see you at districts in 2 weeks. North Pocono and Crestwood. I chose North Pocono. Everybody else chose Crestwood.
North Pocono. I was a little slip there.
Yeah, well, they're big. I mean,
Yeah, there you go.
I meant to do that. 5A. Valley West gets put to sleep on this game. And all of us say that was going to happen. Jason, you're not on the board here. Let me write you on the board so everybody sees it. It's valid. He's on the board now. 6A, Williamsport, Delaware Valley. All of us have Delaware Valley. Scranton and Wilkes-Barre area. All of us have Wilkes-Barre area. So for all of you, take a quick look. You've got about 5 seconds to write it all down.
We got a quick. Yeah, you can watch the video anytime.
There you go.
We will review that last week. Next week when we go to pick the next round. So going to be some good high school football because, well, hey, it's high school football. Any game's good. Go out and watch one. And the question number 5 here on our starting 5, I'm going to leave this one for Jason and EJ. This is one that EJ came up with. EJ, briefly explain that, and let's get at it quick.
Okay. So I can't see you through the camera, so I'm gonna trust that you're actually paying attention. Back in the 1990s, back in 90, 91, 92, there was this TV show. It was called Pro Stars. And basically, everybody looks up to be Batman and Superman and Flash, and they all have their powers and whatever. But imagine, instead of those superheroes, like actually superheroes being superheroes, imagine sports figures of our time, of that time period, saving the day and like getting like publicity.
And we're talking about,
Now, in this sports show, it was 3 sports people of the 90s. Those 3 sports people, does anybody want to take a guess? You want to take a guess on at least one of them?
I can remember 2 of them. I'm pretty sure Gretzky was one.
Gretzky was one of them.
Was Jordan one of them?
Jordan was one of them.
Bo Jackson.
And Bo Jackson
There you
was
go.
the 3rd one.
Good man.
Now, that's primarily they chose them because they're good.
Well,
They had
anybody
a lot
alive
going
back
on.
in that
They had
time
a
would
lot.
know why they chose them.
They chose them because they were good, and they were proper for the job. Now,
Dominant.
let's say they were very dominant. Now, say 3 people were part of that show now, but they had to be high school football players from our area. You got to pick 3.
I'll start. I have it.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna give you my 3 and kind of here maybe a better way to nail this one down a little bit better, is who's the best 3 players you've seen this year?
Who do you think would be? Yeah. Who do you think would be?
Yeah. So that might be the way. To go with it. So I'm going to start out with. I'm going to give you the best defensive player that I saw this year, and that's that Laubach kid from down at Berwick. Dude, he is outstanding. Number 1 Laubach from Berwick. I've got him. I've got second. I've got the quarterback for Wyoming area, DeLuca. And last but most definitely not least, I got Mr. Lenny Kelly from Dallas, who had a remarkably tremendous season. That's my 3. Jason, what do you got?
Now, my question is, are we talking strictly Wyoming Valley and Lackawanna League football programs?
Yeah, because
games we've picked, man.
Because like if you went down there, I don't think a lot of people really know what you're talking about. Unless you're Brian.
Mine would be Julian Fleming, the Gage kid, and probably Laubach from Berwick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Laubach from Berwick, DeLuca, who I haven't seen but heard a lot of good things about. And Lenny.
Yeah.
Lenny Kelly.
I'll tell you what a year. EJ, what do you got?
Well, we'll give credit to my boy Len. He's going to be on there. I have DeLuca, but I also have Carter Odell from Scranton Prep.
Oh, what a fine young man. Gotta say.
Maybe Janasa Boone, but he hasn't done as well as he did last year. He's still really good. He hasn't done as well as last year.
Yeah, he's a good player.
But he's still really good. He can run.
He is a good player.
Other honorable mentions could be that ridiculous. What the heck is his name?
I'm sorry, I don't know any Delaware Valley kids, but one of them have to be able to make the honorable mention.
Oh gosh, yes.
I mean, with the season they're having, I don't know about them because we don't see them. I don't study. That's my fault. I don't study who they are. So
no, it's okay.
I apologize to that program.
No, and I'll tell you what. It's just a testament. Sometimes it's a little harder. There was a few that were serious standouts.
Oh, Mike Nacito from Pittston. I like him. He can throw the ball.
Quarterback from Pittston. I agree. Good, solid kid. Solid kid. I agree. He'd be an honorable mention to me. And I have to agree with what EJ said. Carter Odell, Scranton Prep. Tell you what, can play on both sides of the ball, but especially defense. In the secondary, man, that guy, he's got real good vision. Good luck to you, young man. I know you're moving on. Good luck to you. That's it for the assist this week. We got some great games tomorrow night. Hopefully the weather's going to cooperate. I didn't see what the report's going to be. Jay, do you know what it's going to cooperate? What's that?
Little windy, 15 to 25 miles an hour, and cool. So
yeah, that works as long as it's not pouring.
Could affect the throwing of some of these teams. You might see a lot of ground game.
I agree. So it's crazy. There's gonna be a lot of running tomorrow night. But
hopefully my cough cooperates.
Hopefully,
the weather.
Right. Hopefully no rain though. We've had more than enough of that, I think. All right, everybody. Jay, hang tight. We are going to say goodbye for the evening. Thanks for joining. As always, Facebook page is there. Leave us comments. AssistSportsPodcast@gmail.com. That is the place to go. If you want to send us any fan mail, send us anything you want, any suggestions you have for future shows and things like that. And also our YouTube channel, you can always you can go on there, you can share those videos out there. But just pay attention to the Facebook page because we're going to be getting a lot of scoring updates from my man Brian, and we'll definitely
follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, wow. What a knowledgeable mind on this high school football scene, and not just District 2. We're talking all of the Lehigh Valley and everything. You guys really, really got it. So we're happy to have him around. And what an exciting time. It's going to be a great playoffs. And technically opening rounds of the state playoffs really here. I mean, some of it's districts and stuff, but you can see your brackets. And good luck to all the teams. Stay healthy. I know we had some teams that had to forfeit this week. 2 teams had to forfeit games because they can't put healthy teams on the field. It's terrible. So that's a sad thing, and we'll.
Oh yeah. Another thing I wanted to touch base on. Our thoughts and prayers go out to that kid from North
Schuylkill. Oh man, Libby. Yes.
Jaden. We love you.
Just,
Sorry, man. I don't know what to say other than the fact that I'm with you the entire way. You got love from District 2.
It's just a tough situation, man. I had heard, if anybody's got any updates, please let us know. We had heard, I had heard from somebody at work that he made it out of surgery on Monday and that the spinal cord wasn't damaged. So that's good. But wow, I just,
you got love from District 2
thoughts
and
and
love
prayers
from
to
Dallas.
him and his family. This is just a tough situation for them, and sad, and really, really sad. So, we're thinking of you and praying for you, young man. Hopefully you get well.
That's
all right,
scary.
everybody. We're gonna call it a night. Go enjoy some sports this weekend. Go see some high school football, man. It's playoff time. Go get them.
Let's go, Comets.
Go Mounts.
Roll Mounts. Any Century Facebook.